Hello, CS family. Welcome back to my channel, Chantel Stuff. It's your girl, Chantel here, your hostess with the mostest, back with another video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop a video. Hop into the comments, let me know what's on your mind, and you share this video with anyone and everyone. So I hope everyone is having a super phenomenal day today. I'm so excited to be back on just to drop a little video. It's going to be a short video, excuse me, talking about how our mental health and our financial health affect one another. I like to always encourage people to manage their money properly, right? Make sure you got that budget tight. Make sure you're telling all your money what to do, just so that you can benefit the most, right? So you can maximize what you have so that you can win, right? So that you can have that financial freedom and that financially stress-free life that I always talk to you about, right? And the reason, one of the big reasons why I say that is because I know firsthand how when your finances are all upside down, turned inside out, how you can get so stressed out. You deal with such a large amount of anxiety and depression, and I mean, it just takes you down this like dark road, right? You get down on yourself. You feel, all kinds of like, your failure and all of this. And even if you have failed, remember those failures is just stepping stones propelling you into your destiny, right? You get to choose how you use, those failures. They don't have to stop you and stall you out. You don't have to get stagnant and stop or like lose your mind, and allow that depression to set in and consume you and all of that stress. You can change it. You can change your mind, but they directly are connected, our mental health and our financial health. So when the finances are upside down, like I said, and inside out, we tend to fall off into all different types of, mental health issues, emotional health issues, all of that kind of thing. And then I also know, like on the flip side of it, right? On the flip side of it, sometimes, the finances can be fine. They could be tight. You can have a real tight hold of the reins. However, you might experience some type of traumatic event. Maybe you've gone through, something that's really, something that's really hard for you to swallow. Not just saying losing a job and then that changes things. It does. But different things that happen in your life. I mean, it could be a breakup, it could be, something happened bad between you and the family. Maybe you split, right? And maybe you got into it for whatever those reasons are. Maybe you're going through a divorce, maybe someone hurt you, physically, too. So, just all kinds of different things can send you off into like a type of depression. Right? And sometimes what people do when they're depressed, they like to go and spend money and just like do random things. It makes them feel better, right? When they're in the moment, after, they look at the damage that they've done to their finances, of course, then it causes even more stress and depression and anxiety and those things. But sometimes that depression and stress and all of that can be a trigger. And you can really destroy your finances because you're doing that. I have so many people that I counsel that have run up so much credit card debt and have just gone through savings and different things because they've gone through a traumatic event and they were depressed. They lost a loved one, something like that, and then they did some of those things just to make themselves feel better. I know of someone that was going through a traumatic event with a parent, and the parent had a fatal disease. Okay, and they just wanted to make sure that in those last days that parent had anything that they wanted. They didn't ask for, had to have to want, for anything, right? And I get that. I completely get that. However, it wrecked that person's finances, and that's because they were going through some emotional, mental distress, right? Because they were going through something that was very traumatic, So they do directly affect one another. They really do. One thing that I do know is this: once we got our finances together and we became debt free, and we begin to tell all of our money what to do, and it began to work for us where we could meet goals and do all of that. When I say we became financially stress free and living just a life of winning, I really, listen, I wouldn't lie to you. That's what we're experiencing. I know what it's like. You know, it was a time where you've seen in the videos when I was telling you about back in that first economy crash, when I was doing our budget. Like, I was a fully commissioned loan officer at that time, and I worked for a whole year and made $0. My husband works in the school system. He was laid off. I mean, we got a little bit of unemployment, okay? Back then, it wasn't none of this extra freaking $600 being flopped on your check and all of that. No, ma'am, no sirs. We were making just that little bit of, you know, unemployment. And when I say I would write that budget out, and those ends were freaking not meeting, right? They weren't meeting. I sat there and cried alligator tears. I would like ball it up and throw it away, and then I would take another piece of paper out and I would make the font smaller. Like that was going to change my number, but it didn't. And I cried again. So I began to get really depressed, you know, and I felt really down. I was really beating myself up, and, you know, and I felt like a failure. Okay. I just really did. I didn't at that time, realize, you know, the power that I had and what I could do, right? I wasn't as educated in finances as I am now, the financial counseling side, right? To be able to counsel my dang self, or to use what I teach and what I've learned, you know, to help us. But once I did, baby, you got to know. That's when I put us a written plan together, and we worked that plan, and that plan worked for us, and we continue to work that plan today, and we do live that financially stress-free life, and I just thank God for it. It's a blessing, right? And so I strongly encourage you all to do that, and my mental health is way better. So it's like taking control of that. We started to take control of other things in our lives as well. We started to set the atmosphere, and we decided we're just going to do this, okay? We're just going to do it this way. We're not going to just accept less. Why? You don't have to. But I really didn't understand how one affected the other until I started really looking at life. I mean, it had always been there. Always. I used to even be one of the ones that would go shop because it felt good and it would make me feel better, you know, when I was in a down, just in a down and depressed way. But guess what? I would suffer because then I wouldn't have money to meet the bills because I did that. So you just want to make sure that you have that budget tight, you have that together, and that you also work on that mental health. If you're working on financial health, you work on the mental health. You need that for all aspects of your life as well, right? Some of us, you know, feel like we have it together, and we know that we have it together. Yeah, that's okay, that's fine. But there's some of us out here that it's a hot heat and miss, and I was one of them. And I battle that still today. So it's a never-ending battle. You have to just continue to fight. I'm just saying, don't give up. Keep your hand to the plow. Keep moving forward, and you will succeed, right? If life-changing circumstances happen, change your plan. Change that plan, that savings plan, that, you know, that budget or whatever it is that you're working on, you know, that credit building plan, whatever it is, change it so that way it still works for you and it still makes sense. But always make sure that budget is together, your finances are tight, and you're always keeping control of them. You're managing them the best way you can. If you don't know what to do, you contact a professional. It doesn't always have to be Audra Chantel. I'd like it if you do. But it doesn't always have to be me. So whoever that trusted financial counselor is that you have that's in your life, or loan officer, or whatever financial institution that you're connected with, get with them and get educated on what you need to do to keep those finances tight, so that way you have that your mental health is healthy as well, right? If you do want to check me out, I am going to leave my link to my business in the description box below. ExcellenceCreditAndMoneyManagement.com. That is your girl Audra Chantel. If you're interested in some free budgets, expense trackers, or plan worksheets, just email me through the website and let me know. If you're interested in a counseling session or any type of packet that you want me to put together for you for a plan, like I'll put plan packets together. So I'm going to have all that information on the website. Some of it is to come. I do already have my e-handbooks out there. I have how to increase your credit score. I have how to eliminate debt by debt stacking, how to save money, and how to budget that are already on the website. Excellence Credit and Money Management.com. Again, in the description box below, I'm going to have you click there because it's spelled a little bit different, but check me out if you need that type of help. These items that I have out here, I'm here to help people. They're very affordable. But what I do pay for the things that I do. So I do have a cost that is associated with those items and with the services that I provide. So I'm going to have all that out there, but I do work very well with people. If we need to do some income-based things, just let me know. Don't just give up and say, hey, dang, I really want to check her out, but I don't know if I can afford it. You don't know until you contact me. So just go ahead and contact me. Remember, that's Excellence Credit and Money Management.com. Your girl Audra Chantel here is here to help you. So remember, just make sure whatever you do, you're constantly working and fighting and keeping those finances together. Manage that money and manage that mental health. Hopefully this video helped somebody out today. Hopefully this video lifted somebody up. I tell you all what, you have a phenomenal week and weekend when it comes. And I hope to see you all on the next video. Deuces.